નમસ્કાર વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો, જીપીએસસી ક્લાસ 2 સીડ ઓફિસર એક્ઝામની પ્રિપરેશન માટે SDAU MCQની શરૂઆત કરી હતી, જેનો 18th પાર્ટ છે એગ્રીકલ્ચર એન્જિનિયરિંગ ચેપ્ટર 1 ધ નીડ ટુ પ્રોટેક્ટ crop against unfavorable condition led to the development of protected agriculture. What do you mean by protected agriculture? Is the protection of the crop against unfavorable environment condition. A frame structure covered with a transparent or translucent material in which crop can be grown, popularly known as greenhouse. An increase in concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is termed as greenhouse effect. What is the term greenhouse effect? It is the increase in concentration of greenhouse gases in atmosphere. What is referred to rise in temperature of surface of earth? It is known as global warming. What do you mean by global warming? Rise in the temperature of surface of earth is known as global warming. Lean-to type greenhouse is constructed against side of an existing building. Uneven type greenhouse is constructed on leveled ground. Uneven type greenhouse design used to the greenhouse of small size. Uneven span type greenhouse is constructed on hilly terrains. Region furrow type greenhouse are two or more A-frame greenhouse are connected to one another along the length of EVA. Which type of greenhouse is used to construct a reed and furrow type greenhouse? Answer A-frame. The provision of natural ventilation is provided in which type of greenhouse? It is sawtooth. The quotient greenhouse, the pipe arc or trusses are supported by pipe purlins running along with length of greenhouse. Which type of greenhouse trusses are not used in wooden frame? In which type of greenhouse arc or trusses supported by pipe purlins is pipe frame greenhouse? In which type of greenhouse arc or trusses are supported by angle iron purlins? It is truss frame greenhouse. During the night time, air temperature inside the greenhouse is decreased. What has to be supplied inside the greenhouse to avoid the cold bite of plant due to freezing? It is provide heat. During the night time, air temperature inside the greenhouse is decreased. Some amount of heat has to be supplied inside the greenhouse to avoid what type of damage to the plant due to freezing? It is cold bite. During summer season, what is the desired greenhouse temperature for effective growth? Is lower than the ambient temperature. During which season it is desirable to have greenhouse temperature lower than the ambient temperature for effective crop growth? Summer. Active summer cooling in greenhouse is done by using evaporative cooling system. In greenhouse, evaporating cooling system is used for active summer cooling. In the evaporating cooling process, the cooling is possible only up to the wet bulb temperature of incoming air. For effective cooling, large amount of cool air is drawn into greenhouse. The greenhouse is designed in such way that it permits an all-over opening of 40 to 100%. For effective cooling, large amount of cool air is drawn into the greenhouse. The greenhouse is designed in such way that it permits 40 to 100% opening through all the direction. For effective cooling, water down into greenhouse through its opening cool air. On the what basis the greenhouse can be broadly classified as wooden frame, pipe frame and trusses frame Greenhouse structure, then it is basis on construction. What is the construction of wooden frame? A greenhouse which wood is commonly is pine. For the construction of pipe frame greenhouse with a clean span about 12 meter, the side plot, column, cross ties and purlin are construction using pipes. When the greenhouse span is greater than or equal to 15, what type of structure used in its construction is truss frame. On what basis greenhouse are classified as glass, plastic and rigid panel greenhouse? Its covering material. What is the main disadvantage using plastic film as covering material of the greenhouse? It is short life. Light, temperature, air composition and nature of root medium are the component of crop microclimate. Which one is the component of crop microclimate? Light, air composition, temperature and root medium. The productivity of crop influenced not only by its heredity but also microclimate around it. In photosynthesis reaction, which type of energy used for the production of carbohydrate, oxygen from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll? It light energy. If light intensity is diminished, the photosynthesis is slowed down. The light intensity is measured by international unit kilolux. Most of the crop become light saturated at an intensity of 32,000 lux. Photosynthesis does not increase on light intensity higher than 32,000 lux. The light intensity requirement for photosynthesis of different crop is different. When the blue light alone apply to the plant become hard and dark colored and the growth is retarded. When plant become hard and dark in color, growth is retarded when plant are grow under influence of blue light. When plant are grown under red light, longer wavelength, the growth is soft and internode are long and resulting into tall plant. The growth is soft, internode are long, result into tall plant when plant are grown under red light. All biochemical reaction in plant is controlled by enzyme. Until an optimum temperature is reached, biochemical reaction in the plant controlled by enzyme, often double or triple for each, is 10 degrees Celsius rise of temperature. In greenhouse, process like humidification, dehumidification are carried out in order to maintain desirable level of relative humidity. In forced greenhouse, what type of ventilation is essential to have precise control over air temperature, humidity and carbon dioxide is forced ventilation. In greenhouse, forced ventilation is essential to have precise control over air temperature, carbon dioxide and humidity. Most of the crop responds favorably to carbon dioxide at 1000 ppm, but under normal condition carbon dioxide exists in the gas in the atmosphere is 300 ppm. The level of carbon dioxide inside greenhouse is less than ambient level. What will be the effect of plant growth? The growth will be retarded. Which solution used in hydroponics technology for growing plant? It is nutrient medium. What is the name of technology using growing plant in a nutrient solution with or without use of artificial medium? It is hydroponics. The aerial environment does not include soil pH. Aerial environment include temperature, humidity and solar radiation. Which type of irrigation have high efficiency? Trickle or drip? Which method of irrigation is only means of applying uniform water fertilizer to plant? Is trickle or drip? Fogger is used to control the humidity. What can be used growing media? What can be used as growing media is a sawdust. What can be used as growing media in greenhouse? Rice hull. The technical term related to solid and water both is a percolation. The value of volumetric water content in soils vary with their texture. What is the technical name given to tube that do not what is the technical name given to tube that do the actual winter cooling by simple mixing outside ambient air is convection tube. Chapter 2. What for processing of agriculture product is done to raise quality? What is the main objective of agriculture processing to decrease the loss in the quality and quantity of product? Post-harvest technology start with selection of proper harvest and end with marketing of the product. The post-harvest technology apply in agriculture produce after harvest to meet the food and nutrient requirement of people. Agriculture product have what type of nature? It have nature of absorbing and releasing both. Agriculture product are combination of solid, liquid and gases. The fruit grain are living biological product which have property of germination and respiration both. A standard pressure temperature weight per unit volume of the grain is known as density. The value of bulk density of grain as compared to true density is smaller. The value of density of fruit and vegetable as compared to bulk density is bigger. The angle between base and slope of cone form on the free vertical fall of the grain mass to horizontal plane is angle of repose. Value moisture content of agriculture product on wet basis compared to what moisture content on dry basis it is less. The value of moisture content of fruit on vegetable on dry basis compared to the moisture level of wet basis is more. Brown dual distillation method is one of the direct method of moisture measurement. Which one of the following is the direct measure of moisture measurement? It is Brown dual distillation method. Single stage single stage method is one of the direct method of moisture content. Which one of the following is the direct method of moisture content? It is single stage method. Double stage method of moisture measurement is one of the direct method of moisture measurement. Which one of the following is direct measure of moisture measurement is double stage method. Single stage method, double stage method both are direct method of moisture measurement. Which one of the following is a direct measure of moisture measurement? Single stage method, Brown dual distillation method અને ડબલ સ્ટેજ મેથડ આ ત્રણેય ડાયરેક્ટ મેથડ છે મોઇસ્ચરને મેઝર કરવા માટેની. ઇનડાયરેક્ટ મેથડ કઈ છે તો ઇલેક્ટ્રિક રેઝિસ્ટન્સ ઇનડાયરેક્ટ મેથડ છે. ઇલેક્ટ્રિક રેઝિસ્ટન્સ ઇન ધ ઇનડાયરેક્ટ મેથડ ઓફ મેઝર ડિટર્મિનેશન. ડાઇલેક્ટ્રિક કોન્સ્ટન્ટ એ પણ એક ઇનડાયરેક્ટ મેથડ છે. નેક્સ્ટ, crop dyeing is referred to removal of moisture. The crop dyeing refer to removal of moisture by evaporation. The term drying refer to relatively removal of relatively small amount of moisture from nearby solid material is by evaporation. The removal of moisture from grain mass to safe level. The moisture content is necessary for preservation of quality, nutritive value and viability and quality. Sun drying is one type of radiation drying. Sun drying is the one type of radiation drying, and sun drying is the most popular method of drying is known as traditional method. No fuel or mechanical energy required on sun drying. The method of drying which independent of weather condition is known as mechanical drying. The cost of mechanical drying per unit grain as compared to sun drying is relatively higher. The cost of sun drying per unit grain as compared to that of mechanical drying is relatively lower. Sublimation is the process of direct changing from state solid to gas. Which type of dryer serve as storage unit after drying completion? Each batch blend. જ્યારે સ્ટોરેજ કમ્પ્લીટ ડ્રાઇંગ કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ જાય સ્ટોરેજમાં ત્યારે યુઝ કરવામાં આવે. વિચ ટાઈપ ઓફ ડ્રાયર યુઝ સ્ટોરેજ યુનિટ આફ્ટર ડ્રાઇંગ? ડ્રાઇંગ કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ જાય પછી સ્ટોરેજ યુનિટમાં યુઝ કરવામાં આવે. આરપીઈસી ડ્રાયર, which type of grain dryer? It is continuous flow non-mixing type. A continuous flow non-mixing type grain dryer is RPEC dryer. Which type of dryer operate a recirculatory mechanism is RPEC. RPEC dryer use drying of food grains. RPEC dryer use drying of fruit grains. LSU dryer is which type of grain dryer? Continuous flow mixing type. ઓલું continuous flow but non mixing type હતું RPEC. જ્યારે આ LSU છે continuous flow mixing type છે. Continuous flow mixing type grain dryer is known as LSU dryer. LSU dryer is used for drying of food grains. Which one is used for drying food grains? Answer all of the above. RPEC, batch or bin dryer, LUS dryer. Thresher is used to separate grain from plant. What is used to separate grain from plant is thresher. Concave is an integral part of thresher. In thresher, cylinder and concave clearance depend on crop and variety. એટલે સિલિન્ડર અને કોન્કેવ બે થ્રેશરના પાર્ટ છે. Crop is fed into multi-crop axial flow thresher of CIAE design through feeding flute. Separating grain from chaff through an airstream created by fan, process is known as winnowing. What is used for separating grain from chaff through an airstream by creating fan is winnowing. Groundnut sheller is used for separating kernel from pod. What is used for separating kernel from pod is groundnut sheller. Maize sheller is used for separating grain from cob. What used separating grain from cob is maize sheller. The main factor responsible for process of loss of quality and quantity of grain during storage are insect, dampness and rodent. The processing fruit and vegetable washer is used for remove dust, microorganism and dirt. Dust, dirt and microorganism are removed from fruit and vegetable by using washer. Thank you. Next part covering next video.